Humanitarian crisis being blamed on the federal government. There are busloads of illegal immigrants dropped off in several states. An estimated 60,000 of them are children. Alabama Senator Jeff Sessions saying, quote, the rising crisis at the border is the direct and predictable result of actions taken by President Obama. President Obama is responsible for this calamity, and only by declaring to the world that our border is no longer open and that the law will be restored can this emergency be stopped. Lou Dobbs with me now, host of Lou Dobbs Tonight on the Fox Business Network. How are you?
Great to be with you.
You've been looking at this issue for many, many years. Why is it allowed? Well, let's back up a moment here. The facts as we know them is that Phoenix, Arizona, there are busloads of people being dropped off every day. Why is this happening, Lou?
You have the governor of Arizona, Jan Brewer, saying to the federal government, stop it. They're flying in illegal immigrants from the El Paso sector because they can't handle the flow of illegal immigrants into Texas. The Border Patrol has assigned itself, and the Customs and Border Patrol has assigned itself the duty of flying them from Texas to Arizona and dropping them off there. In addition to that, the 60 to 70,000 children that we're already seeing at our borders, these children, Bill, are coming from Honduras. They're coming from El Salvador. They're coming from Guatemala. To put that in some context, that means that children under the age of 18 are traveling all of the way 1,800 miles from Honduras at the southern border, which is an impenetrable border under normal circumstances, the Mexican border with Honduras and Guatemala, and coming to the northern border, getting through the northern states. This is incredible. This is a strategy being carried out. And President Obama has turned the Border Patrol into the welcome wagon. There is no effort whatsoever by this administration to enforce border security.
Now, why would that be?
Because they can get away with it. And because he's putting pressure on those who are up for election today. For example, Eric Cantor, the majority leader, who's already said he wants a DREAM Act for children. He's trying to get reelected in Virginia. You're watching Paul Ryan, close to being a conservative, but not quite, thank you, say most. He's decided he is all for amnesty. And it goes on and on.
You know, some of these images, I don't know if we can pull them up or not, but they're sleeping on the floor.
Absolutely.
And they're in Phoenix, Arizona. They're in places like Maryland, and apparently coming to the state of New York as well. Here's the catch. When 10 kids make it across the border, right, you know that the word spreads back to that home country. Another 1,000 are behind them. If 1,000 make it across the border, there's another 10,000 behind them. The issue then becomes how and when does it stop?
Yeah, and it's a great point, because when you've got 10 crossing successfully, establishing themselves, another 1,000 following, then another 10,000, then the numbers explode because you have all of these activist groups, Amnesty activist group, Open Border groups, who are pushing and organizing this thing along with the cooperation of the federal government. The president is assigning young lawyers to AmeriCorps to create Justice AmeriCorps to facilitate these kids coming into this country without even a question as to what is going on. The Congress is only now awakening to the fact that, once again, and the Republican Party, caught in a difficult political point, can't seem to stop it.
We've reached out to Jan Brewer's office for about a week. We hope to get her on TV to talk about this. We talked to Jeff Sessions last week, and we'll continue to pursue it and see when does it end. Lou, thank you.
Not soon.
Right, correct on that. Thank you, Lou Dobbs.
Thanks, Bill.